I'm going to use carpentry tools, carpentry skills to install this on this fireplace around. Hey guys, Matt Hoots here with Sawhorse, and I am at the Clean Street project, and I'm going to show you how to turn this fireplace around into an amazing feature with this product right here. This is called Evolved Stone. I'm not a mason, I'm a carpenter, and I'm going to use carpentry tools, carpentry skills to install this on this fireplace around. First thing we have to do is make sure we've got plywood up here, and I'm going to nail this in place. Yes, I'm using my trim nailer to nail all this in place. Now, many of you guys have asked in the comments on other videos where we've talked about this product, like why use this versus going with real masonry? Well, first of all, this looks like real stone. It's lightweight. And we don't have to have anything underneath it for special prep for this. And also, let's talk about the time factor. This is going to install in no time. Our masons installed this. This is real stone at the bottom. And this took them a day and a half to install this. And this right here is going to install in less than a day. And this is going to be for a double-sided fireplace. All right, let's get started.
Now that you got a sneak peek of what this looks like, I'm going to share some of the things that I learned. This was our first installation of doing this. The first thing that I want to point out is there's two different rated Evolved stones that you can get for something like this. We got the one that was actually rated for a fireplace. Well, the reason we did that is you don't want it to melt or burn. And so this is rated for a fireplace surround, where you don't necessarily have to pay the upcharge for this if you're doing this on the outside, because you're typically not going to have any fires around it. So again, it is a composite material. It could be affected by fire, but in this case it wasn't. So as you can see, we just kind of like stacked the stone up, nailed it in place, kind of came with we found like a good rhythm of putting everything down. When we got to a certain point, you can see I put the mantel in here. And what I did is I basically just found the studs through the wall, put some bolts into it, and when it come back with some plugs, we made some custom plugs out of this. This was a piece that we salvaged from another project. If you're following us on the Hemlock House, this was something that we were able to take out of the garage and reclaim it for this project. Some of the tools, we've got the 4-foot level, we've got the 6-foot level. What's nice about the 6-foot levels, you can see that I'm able to make some coarse adjustments every 3 or 4 rows. I did want this to look really nice, and especially I've seen some installations where they're not necessarily making these adjustments. Again, this is an imperfect material, so it just has that natural feel to it. So I did want to make sure that as we're going up and down the walls and on both sides, and that was one of the tricks here, since it was a double-sided fireplace, I wanted to make sure that one side matched the level of the other. So we got this one dead on, and then we were able to match the other side. As you're going up, you can see that we didn't leave a lot of gaps when we went about 2/3 up. Now, we found that was going pretty slowly because we're trying to make it perfect, filling everything, going all the way up. And I'll say the last third, we finally figured out, let's just nail what we can in place and then come back and fill those blocks in later that weren't the exact measurement. So these come in, I believe, increments of 2. So some of these cuts that we had to make later was like maybe 1 3/4 or something like that. But instead of trying to make every line perfect, we filled in what we could, came back and filled in those little blocks, and it made it a lot faster. So I was able to start working on the blocks. Daniel was able to go to the other side, work on that as I was filling it in. So you can also see there's the firebox. We didn't work on that until a little bit later. So while Daniel was working on the other side, I was able to start using a fire rated adhesive and start gluing it to the box, and also filling some of those other pieces in. At the top, you can't really see it right here, but at the very top left-hand corner, you notice we've got the crown in place. Usually we would install the stone first, then we would coat the crown around it. In this case, I was actually able to coat the stone, make that, it would nail it in place. It was a nice cut. It was easy to put in. And I was really surprised in how clean it was. So it actually looked like everything was cut to fit. And also you can see the stone as it goes up and down the wall has a nice organic feel to it. We are really impressed by this product. And what really surprised me is that a lot of the trade contractors we had, as we're doing the punch out on the job, they would come up to us and say, hey, like, what kind of stone is that, and how are you nailing it up? When they got close to it, they couldn't even tell that it wasn't stone. So they're really surprised when they held a piece in their hand. It was really light. I told them that it wasn't stone, and they're very impressed with this. And actually, one of them decided that he wanted to put this in his house.
So for the outside corners, you have a couple options. One, you can buy them pre-made. In this case, we just ordered a bunch of materials. We didn't order any outside corners. We're going to make our own. And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to pick 2 pieces. They've got short pieces in here and long pieces. And what we're going to do is find 2 where the ends are about the same thickness. We're going to put a miter on these real quick. We're going to glue them, nail them together, and kind of rough up the edge, and then you've got yourself an outside corner. See how those go together? Now we've got a little bit of an edge right there. What we're going to do is, like, when we glue this, you can take a chisel and or just a hammer and kind of beat this edge out a little bit to kind of create this rough and original look. The next thing I'm going to do, I've got some Gorilla Glue. Just put a little bit of dab, and this is for interior and exterior. Really don't need it on the inside as much, but I'll still demonstrate how we can use this on the outside. You don't want to put too much on there, just a little bit. Rub it around a little bit, and we're going to nail this in place. Now I've got 2 different types of guns. I've got 2.5 inches that we're going to nail through the evolved stone into the plywood, and for this one I've just got 1-inch brads that we're going to use to nail these in place. There we go. We've got our corner piece now. Just going to let these dry up a little bit, tack it into place, and make that corner.
Thanks again for making it all the way to the video. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. If you did not, leave a comment. We'll try harder next time, and see you on the next one.